What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I got a chance to check out the new action horror film, They Will Kill You. The movie stars Zazie Beets as a woman who takes a job at a New York high-rise, only to find out that there are some mystery surrounding this creepy as fuck place that she got hired into. Going into this movie, I had been really curious because it really wasn't on my radar until I saw the first trailer attached to Anaconda of all movies. And so this movie looked like it was going to be a lot of fun. Sure, it looked like it was going to be a knockoff of Ready or Not, but I was really hoping that we would be able to get something new, something refreshing, even though it does have those similarities, because usually whenever there are copycat movies like White House Down and Olympus Have Fallen, Paul Blart Mall Cop and Observe and Report, usually one is shitty and the other one is surprisingly really good. And seeing how this movie was being released a week after Ready or Not 2, I was really hoping that even though they have the same similarities, hopefully this movie was going to be going at it in a different approach. And surprisingly, it really does. Even though this movie does get weird towards the end of the movie, what really carries this movie from beginning to end is Zazie Beets. She has a lot of charisma carrying this movie, and a lot of this movie is really supposed to be on her, because throughout the entire movie you have a lot of different people that are trying to kill her, and you're kind of interested in the mystery that is going on. You're interested in exactly what's going on, why they're trying to kill her, and so they go about it in a very interesting way. Think about this movie as Ready or Not 2 meets Kill Bill with a splash of The Raid, and I think you're going to come out having a lot of fun. It's a self-aware movie that knows exactly what it is and what it's trying to do, and it doesn't really go beyond that. It is a tight 90 minutes, and I really enjoy that, not just because I really enjoy movies that are 90 minutes, but because a movie like this doesn't really need to go beyond 90 minutes. As soon as the movie begins, it goes immediately into the plot, and you're so invested in this character played by Zazie Beets because it gives you a reason to root for this character, but at the same time also giving you enough in there to really make it surprising and surprisingly weird. I was not expecting this movie to go in the direction that it was going, and I think that is what makes this movie kind of semi-different from Ready or Not. It's just the way that this movie really tackles it. From beginning to end, there are a lot of bloody violence, and I think this movie might be bloodier than both of the Ready or Not movies combined. It might be on par as the 2013 Evil Dead movie, and that's saying a lot because there's a lot of blood in that movie, and in this movie, there's probably just about the same amount. The thing that makes this movie interesting is the way that they go about the characters. Now, I'm not going to spoil exactly how the characters are different than they are in Ready or Not, and I'm not trying to compare these two movies together, but they go about it in a very interesting way that got me immediately hooked. It's really campy, but if Zazie Beets wasn't as charismatic and badass as she is in this movie, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much as I would have had somebody else been in her shoes, because she kicks so much major ass throughout the entire movie that it's really interesting to see all the weapons that she uses, from a sword, shotgun, guns, knives, all that fun jazz. It really is a lot of fun to see her kick so much ass, and she looks good doing it. The movie follows the non-linear storytelling where it flashes back to previous movies, but in a chapters kind of way. So not only it could actually pad the runtime, but also give you some context as to where these characters are coming from and what makes this whole mystery kind of engaging. Usually I'm not the biggest fan of non-linear storytelling, but the way that they go about it in this movie I thought was really interesting, and it was really creative. This movie is not going to be for everybody because it is very campy, it is over exaggerated, and some people might not vibe with that, but I personally had a really good time with this movie. It's not perfect, and it's one that I think you will have a modest time in theaters, but I think it's fine if you just skip this one in theaters and check it out on streaming. If you were not vibing with the trailer, you're probably not going to vibe with the movie, because what you see in the trailer is pretty much what you get, even though they do some really creative things towards the end of the movie. And the way that this movie wraps up, I was not really expecting the turn that this movie gave us. It was extremely weird and so out there that I just came out befuddled, and I think that is where a lot of people are probably going to be drawing the line. If a lot of the exaggerated cartoon violence that we have in this movie is not going to be your cup of tea, because I really enjoyed the way that they were able to film the action sequences with a lot of Kill Bill isms. But overall, is it a perfect movie? Absolutely not. But if you're looking for a kind of turn off your brain kind of movie right before we head into the summer season, then I think you're going to come out having a really fun time with They Will Kill You. It's not perfect, but I think it was a lot of fun. Overall, I'm going to go ahead and give They Will Kill You a 6.5 out out of 10. But those are my thoughts on They Will Kill You. Have you guys checked it out? Are you planning on checking this movie out, or are you just going to wait for it on streaming? Drop those thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys for the next video.